Hey loves, it's Elle, and welcome back to my channel and happy Foundation Friday. Today is another one of your requests. We're going to give it a good wear test and see how it goes. So before we get started, hit the subscribe button, share this video with somebody you think might like it, and let's do it. This is one of the most requested Foundation Fridays I've had in a very long time. So today we're going to be reviewing the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation and Skincare. I am in color 22. I'm going to tell you off the bat, this is going to be my winter color and not my summer color, so it's just a tad light, but you know how that goes, we'll bronze her up. Let me talk to you about this foundation. I have worn this foundation so many times because the jury has been out most of the time, but I think I have worked with it the way that it works best for my skin. I am normal to dry. All right, so what they say is it is a medium coverage. It is a natural finish. So what that means is that most skin types can use this. Depends upon how you prep the skin and obviously what you use underneath it to make it do what you want it to do. So oily skin, more matte products, more matte primers. You know, my skin type, you know, make sure you prep accordingly. So a hydrating facial routine. This is green at Sephora. It does have hyaluronic acid and aloe vera. It does have an acid in here called Heps acid, which is a gentle exfoliation, nothing crazy. It has vitamin E and B5. They are moisturizing properties and free radical fighting ingredients. It says it's a buildable coverage, hydrating foundation with a natural radiant finish. And it says that your skin will look better over time after using this. It says in 2-week consumer study with 10 participants. This is the only problem I have. It's only 10 people that participated in this. 70% of their skin, 70% of them said their skin's smoother. So I don't know. You know, that to me is not like 10 people. Ooh. I do appreciate their transparency. Okay, so a couple things that I like about this foundation and a couple things I don't like about this foundation. So A, yes, it's cruelty free. B, I like that this line has a lot of colors that are a little bit more pink. So I know a lot of people with pink undertones have a hard time finding foundations for them. But this is loaded with dimethicone. So if that is an irritant to you, this is not a foundation for you. And I'll say that the skincare they talk about is way down in the ingredient list. So it's not really gonna do a ton for you. So don't rely on this for your skincare, just an FYI. So I did buy this foundation myself. It is $39.50. The color range is, they've expanded their color range on this one a lot more than the other ones they've done in the past. So I will tell you something though. The best way I like to apply this, because it says it's medium coverage, and maybe with a brush it would be better. I mean, I didn't get that much more coverage with the brush. Like I said, I tried it so many ways. So I'm going to tell you how I personally use it and how I personally like it best. Okay, so I actually have been using this. This is new by Smashbox. It's their Halo Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer. So I'm going to do one part of my face this way and the other part of my face just by itself because I want to show you the difference, okay? I do not use a primer for this foundation. You can see that this tinted moisturizer is a touch warm for me. This is in a light medium, which is really tan for me. I would probably go a step down to just light. Okay. So the reason why I like prepping with this type of thing, a tinted moisturizer, A, because it gives a little bit more hydration to my skin. B, I just can't build this up to like a really medium coverage where I feel like it's hiding my imperfections. But you can use anything that you have at home, any tinted moisturizer, the Bite, the Arrive, the Kojando, whatever, or Nude Sticks, whatever you have at home. I've used it with quite a few of those. You do not have to do this. I'm just going to show you why I do it. Okay. I also apply this with a dry beauty blender or a dry sponge because I feel like when I use it with a damp sponge, it shears out way too much for my liking. It goes on really quickly though. It has no fragrance to my nose, which is nice. I will tell you off the bat, this is not mask friendly. It does come off on your mask. So you might want to just apply it to, you know, like this top portion of your face. It does not claim, you know, to be super long wearing. But do you see how it's done a nice job with that tinted moisturizer on my hyperpigmentation? All right, so now you can see me a little bit closer. So I will tell you, the skin looks pretty. Okay, it does look pretty, and every time I've worn it, it pretty much looks just like this. It is a very pretty foundation. I'm gonna show you now with nothing on this side of my face. I'm gonna use the same amount, which is 1 pump. So I've used 2 pumps for the whole face. I have applied this with my hands and it does work. So if you are a hand applier, then this will work for you as well. If you have Tati's Blendiful, I've used it with that and it works really well as well. So you can use that. Okay. So here we go. So you can see, in my opinion, just from my eye, I don't have as much hyperpigmentation on here, but it takes a lot more to build this up. I just find that this side is way prettier. It's glowier, it's dewier. I did wear this with the Josie Maran tinted SPF underneath it and it was gorgeous. So just, you can wear that as well. But I just prefer the way it lays on this side of my skin better than it lays on this side of my skin. What do you guys think? Comment in the comment section below. I think it looks really pretty on the nose. I will tell you, right here on me, this happens a lot with me. I have to really push this in right here. And I have to kind of take a little bit of it off with most foundations because then it looks like this area is super old and cracky and not cute. Yes? Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys before I powder. So it does a pretty nice job of covering up my hyperpigmentation, which actually is slowly going away. I will be doing an updated video, you guys, probably sometime next month on my hyperpigmentation because I think I have found the perfect remedy. It's a combination between a couple of things. Mine is pretty stubborn, so. All right, so let me tell you what I do with this foundation. I do have to set it because it stays a touch tacky. Obviously, much more tacky with a tinted moisturizer underneath it. It definitely dries down a lot more without the tinted moisturizer underneath it, so just a heads up. So what I've done is I take my Charlotte Tilbury loose powder and I just gently give this a nice set. Nothing, not a lot of powder. So now, I would call this a light medium coverage and I would call this a high medium coverage, okay? Totally just the way that because we've already applied a coverage underneath it. So it depends on how you want your foundation to look. So here we are. I just feel like this side sometimes, and this powder I use has a little bit of glow to it. It just looks a touch dry, like around here, right off the bat. What do you guys think? In the past, I have not had a ton of success with the IT Cosmetics foundations for some reason. I must be the only one. Okay, so I'm just gonna spray with a little bit of Rehydrating Spray. This one's by Elle, pick your favorite. It just, on this side especially, just feels really dry right away. And I don't know what that is, because I don't think there's any drying alcohols in here. Yeah, there's not a lot of there's not a lot of drying or any alcohols in here actually, drying alcohols I should say. And I think it's because the aloe vera is so far on the ingredient list. It does have a glowy texture to it, but I just feel, do you see how you can just, I don't know. This is why the jury has been out for me. I have literally been wearing this almost every day, this one and the one that's coming up next week, every single day, like kind of back and forth, trying to figure this out. So you see how it looks just dry right here? And it has so much dimethicone in it, you would think that it would slide a little bit better and look a little bit, you know, more flawless. So, I don't know. We're gonna give it a good wear test. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and then we'll see you in real life. All right, so I thought I'd pop back on here just to show you guys in the same light. Everything is basically on. I don't know, my thing is that yes, it is a fuller coverage foundation, but it looks fuller coverage. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wish it had some more hydrating properties to it. So, I'll let you look up real close. And again, we'll go in real light. Oh, you guys always ask because I try to put it in the description box, but sometimes it just doesn't, I don't make it. I have on my face is the palette from Hourglass. It's the blush palette, the Lightning Blush Quad from the Ghost collection. And I have it literally on my cheeks, on my eyes, okay? And around my face. My lips are my new obsession by Elle. It's the same lip liner that I've always used from the Retro Paradise collections. They're nude. And then these new guys are so amazing. This is their Ride or Die Lip Balm, and this is in Tough Cookie. Look how gorgeous that is. All right, so that's it. That's what I have on. My mascara is the new one from Urban Decay. If you guys like me to kind of run down what I have on my face, just comment below and let me know. I'll continue to do that. Okay, so let's go to natural light. Okay, so we're in the same spot we normally are. Here it is in natural light. It's like, I think the forehead looks really pretty, but I don't know. Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just crazy. But do you see what I'm saying? I don't know. So, and I think the glow definitely is from the Charlotte Tilbury powder because, sorry, they're doing construction outside of my house, but the Charlotte Tilbury powder has a little bit of kind of glow to it, but I think it really helps out this foundation. You could use your ambient powders from Hourglass as well. So here we are, we're gonna give it a few hours of wear and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hi loves, so we are at 4 hours in and I haven't been doing a ton. I've been just doing like a ton of computer work and stuff today. It is pretty hot outside, but I will tell you already, as you know, as I always say, I do, blow my nose quite a bit because I have allergies and there's a huge fire here right now. So my allergies are out of control, but it is already coming off of my nose. So I do think it's looking a lot prettier as time has gone on and it's worn in and it does look better around the skin. So I definitely would have to touch up my nose about 4 hours in, but I just wanted to give you a little update on how we're looking. So everything else looks really good except for even right here looks good. You can see by the different sides of the face, doesn't really look different. But to me, this side's just a little bit glowier and a little bit more hydrated. But yeah, so this is where we're at. All right, so I'm about to finish up this, I can't even think, it's been such a long day. Finish up this review. It's pretty much off my nose. It doesn't look amazing right here, but everywhere else, it looks pretty darn good. Oh, by the way, this is a total of 8 hours of wear. I think I think the skin looks really good. I'm about to go in the store. That's why I have this thing hanging off my face. But I'm about to go in the store, but it's just right here really doesn't look amazing at the 8 hour mark. It didn't look totally amazing at the 4 hour or 5 hour mark, but the rest of the face looks pretty darn good. I don't think that you don't have to wear a tinted moisture underneath it. I think it just gives it a little bit more glow. But again, not any more staying power. So let me know if you guys are interested in trying this foundation. And if you guys have had a different experience with this, I always love to hear it. And I'll see you on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, loves.